Howdy all, welcome back to Dad Tries to Play Ostranauts. Let's get going. So last time I recorded my 50th episode of Ostranauts. It turned out to be a pretty good episode because we found a new ship. After bouncing around the junkyard for quite a while, we've run into this guy whose name I don't even know. Let's go check. You know what? I don't think I can get it from here, can I? But we can give this a look real quick. So it's got a reactor, no liquid helium, but plenty of deuterium. Got our heavy water. And everybody's okay. We're a little bit sparky. That's fine. We can figure it out from our PDA, correct? Check our nearby devices. We should get a nav station. Yeah. We're now about to become the captain of the Kneeling Only Before Truth. There's an ibex. It's a bit of a weird shape, but that's okay. We'll give it a look here. So we sort of go in a spiral. Here's our old ship. We're going to break that down this episode, make some repairs. Bit of storage up here. Bit more storage over here. I say that, we actually kind of make a bit of a W shape. Now that I say this, now that I look at it, it's very Millennium Falcon. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the fridge here. We might as well reinstall it. This I really dig too. I didn't notice in the past, which way things are turned. The new stuff, there's a little power, but for things like a fridge, it showed you a little feet icon there to tell you that this is the direction that people will address it. That's pretty neat. It's a nice QL add. Since we're here, that's actually a pretty good get. I'm pleased with that. We should start taking things out of our inventory. Put our Hydra down for the first time in quite some time. We could probably get into our pressure suit as well. Start worrying about trash. There we go. Might be a little more comfortable to work. Although I'm actually not sure how they go about for comfort. How does that work for everybody? Alright, so we're going to have to let Matthew do some repairs. I'm going to set it up to 16, turn him on auto, and let him go for a few minutes. We're at about 4 minutes in, so I'm going to let him run for 4 or 5 minutes, but I will speed this way up prior to release. Unless we get in a state in like 60 seconds or so where I feel like we can move along, but otherwise I'm going to let him work. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm doing just fine. In fact, I'm going to make a mark here, so there'll be a little snap. You probably won't hear it in the recorded episode that gets released, but you never know. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to break back in here. We've let Eric run for a couple of minutes at 16 times, and he's now restoring the fridge. So I think, yeah, we're in okay shape. So let's start breaking down our old ship. There's not much to be had, but... So we're going to come over here. We're not going to get walls or floors or conduit, canisters, equipment, and anything loose. And one of the things I would like to try... Okay, so can't do that. I was hoping for... I was hoping to be able to drag it. No such luck. Okay. We'll try haul here in just a minute. I don't think that is implemented yet, but... we'll see. I'm just going to run the uninstalls here at 16x too, that way you don't have to sit there and watch Eric uninstall a nav station. One screw at a time. You know, at the 3 screws per second kind of rate. We'll run that up a bit. Alright. We're getting a little bit warmer. That's good. Alright, untime. I'll leave this pause for a moment. I'll scroll down here in just a sec so you can read this if you want. We will confirm our untime and let Matthew get back to it. At some point here, he's going to get sleepy. When that happens, whenever we get to an end of an episode, I'll sleep him off camera. Alright, battery's going to come out, so we're going to get dark here in just a moment. I feel like the battery is one of those things that should be easy to swap out too. Canisters and batteries, right? The kinds of things you might swap out fairly routinely. Thrusters, intake regulators, nav stations, I expect those things would take longer. Nuclear reactors. Batteries feel a bit more consumable. Maybe in universe they're not meant to be. You doing okay? You're taking regulators out. Very good. Oh, had to restore some conduit there too, huh? Okay. That said, that's a bit of a nitpick. Get the wall light out. Get the canister out. Yeah, so the canisters go pretty quick, which feels in universe right. You're gonna be swapping out canisters. And we're having a power switch, but it's okay. And I would expect that you would swap them out pretty quickly. You'd want to, right? One of them is empty, hole in the hull, whatever. The kind of thing you want to be able to swap in and out very fast. Alright, so we're going to be done here as near as... Yeah, alright, so we're repairing things now. Let's double check our inventory. Get our nav station, our pump, our canisters, our intake regulator. Cannot get the battery just yet. We'll come back. Let's go ahead and drop them off just over here. We can rearrange when we're heading back to K-Leg or something like that. Alright, get you on the floor. There we go. Let's head on back. So I am sorely tempted to hire a crew again. I know we had our trials and tribulations with Felicia, who was a little difficult to work with, but tempted to do it one more time. Let's go ahead and yep, I can install you and you. First, let's grab the battery. All right, Eric, you're back to auto for a minute. Give me that Halverson. Oh, there's a power switch there. I completely missed that. Alright, once I get these two guys uninstalled, I'm going to try haul and see if that's working. I don't remember seeing a note about it, but we'll poke at it for just a moment to see what happens. We'll go add our battery. Actually, we'll probably put our battery in the command center. That way we've got some extra power in there just in case. We might install our O2 in there. We can repair that door. We can put it back on there. That'll give us a little isolated area that's at least got breathable air and power. We can retreat to micrometeorite strike. We get rammed by the cops, whatever. All right, Eric, you're just about done here. We'll click you off of auto in just a moment. All right, you're no longer auto. Let's try this haul business. You? Is there a place you can haul it to? You're set to haul. Let's see what the task says. Yeah, you're done there. You're unclaimed. Let's see what happens if we set you to auto and give you a move order. Okay. So I don't think haul is an available task yet. It's possible I haven't set up a destination for hauling. Oh, I can't pick it up? I can. Okay, that's a good get. I like having that ad. I think we are as far along there as we want to be. Let's get you closed up. Let's check our air pump. You're turbo, but you're off. Let's check our regular oxygen. You're auto. You're connected to something bashed as well. How are we doing for oxygen? Okay, so we have plenty of pressure, very little CO2. Let's get on down here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to install the battery. Right there. Right, that way we've got a bit of power separate from the engine compartment. Let's get that in there. And then I think we're going to get out of here. Maybe hit another derelict. I hate to go back to K-Leg right now with $1,500 in my pocket. Though we could probably sell the nav station. Can we restore the door while we're here? Scrap and carbon fiber. Really? Uh-oh. Can't do it, huh? Alright. Let's take you back off of auto. And I feel like we should come over here. And undock. Well, we got scanned, but I don't see him anywhere. I'm gonna say maybe we go up this way. Right, we'll meet K-Leg coming around in its orbit. So maybe we'll go here. I think we're ready. Let's push off. I mean, I know you say that, but are you just complaining because I'm right next to a ship that I was just next to? Okay. 44 kilometers away, we'll get up to 150, 200 or so. We'll start slowing down here in a moment. About halfway, maybe a little closer. There we go. Let's come on up here and see what we get. And say goodbye to Discretion Valor. It has served us well, but we have outgrown it. And say hello to kneeling only before truth. Alright, let's bleed off some speed pretty quick, because otherwise we're going to have a real bad time. Alright, there we go. Let's bring ourselves about just a bit. Pretty close to dead on. There we go. We are a kilometer and a half in closing. $700 It's a bit of a squirrely dock. There we go. 300 meters. 100 meters. Whew. Okay. Let's take that task off our list. Oh, we're moving at half speed. That's why. Just for now, let's do that. Yep, low pro. Oh, thank you. We're starting to get alerts from the ship. That's cool. Look at all of those canisters. There's almost nothing going on here, but that's a fair bit of salvage. We are going to start breaking that down in the next episode. You know what? We're going to queue it all up now. We'll start to work on it, and then we'll end our day. All right. So orders. We're going to uninstall canisters and equipment. That's it. We're going to start clicking on things madly. It would be nice to be able to rubber band around things to uninstall. Yeah. Not a big deal. Just kind of a nice to have. So we didn't have to just sort of spam click. Oh, there's a nav station there too. That's great. Okay. So I think we're about queued up. There you go, Halverson. Okay. Didn't have one over there. Let's set you to auto. You know what? We're going to let you go. We'll have a bit of a longer episode today since we had a not insignificant amount of time watching Eric just make repairs to conduit. If we need to, we will leave the ship and we will swap into our EVA suit. You know, we'll let ourselves go until we get an O2 warning, and then we'll call it there. That'll be a nice stopping point. So I think I said last time was my 50th. This is my 51st recording of this. And I'm amazed that I have spent as much time as I have breaking down ships. It's been an incredible amount of fun. I really enjoy the game a lot. And I think, honestly, I'm up to, I want to say 51 subs, so thank y'all for coming along too. When I started the channel, I think after a couple of weeks I had 4 subs, and it stayed there for a while. You know, still not world-beating numbers, but it doesn't have to be. I'd rather do things that I enjoy and have people come along for, you know, admittedly niche stuff like this. It's cool. All right, we're hungry and thirsty, but we're still not lacking oxygen, so we're gonna keep going. We're cold, but I think that's just a hazard being in space. You're either cold and you can't get warm, or you're warm and you can't bleed off the temperature. All right, you keep doing you, Matthew. You're doing a good job. So now that I see a bunch of new stuff in here, I've got some ideas for some shorts. I think I'll have to add those. Not a whole lot of new gameplay mechanics, but some things to be aware of, like when a task is red, it can't be done. I know that's what red is generally significant of, but I think those kinds of things would make nice shorts. Don't know. We'll see. Hull will certainly get one if and when Hull is implemented. I think I've already done one for doors, locks. Starting the reactor. The reactor will get a new one once the reactor gets an overhaul. Might make a couple out of some things that I saw on Discord. Like apparently you can chain pumps together. If you put outputs and inputs together, it'll still work. You can have your air pump and your not your thruster, the other bit, whose name has just escaped me, run off of the same container. Some things like that. A little bit of shipbuilding bits and pieces. And we are still not an O2 warning. So like I said in the past, I think Eric was a free diver in a previous life. He can hold his breath forever. I'll be very surprised if we get everything disassembled before we get an O2 warning, but we're starting to run out of stuff. So, who knows? I think I've done wiring electronics, so that's bits done. I should probably do something covering battery chargers now that those are in the game. Maybe that'll be the next one. We should break some of this stuff down here. Oh, that's something else we could do. Break something down for scrap so you can get like a motherboard to repair, say, an EVA battery suit charger that's on your ship that needs a motherboard, or a door that needs a motherboard, something like that. I've not made a short in quite a while. I'm starting to get the itch to do it again. It's fun to try and break something down into a, can I get this in 60 seconds and get the idea across in such a small time box. We just may do it. We may just disassemble all the stuff in here. Yeah, we'll take our trash out and we'll put it in here and leave it. I know we can sell it. I feel like far out, getting rid of your trash, especially if you're certain you don't need it, is probably something that you would be inclined to do. We've got, what, 2 more uninstalls? What's in our tasks? Let's give it a look. Just the Halverson, huh? And you can't do it? Because... let's check. Probably battery. Oh, can't reach it. That's interesting. Huh. That's also clever. Look at that. When you mouse over it, it shows you the whole thing now. Neat. Okay. Well, we have we've gone a little bit further than I expected. We have disassembled everything in this derelict save for this one. Oh, it's probably the floor, so we can't reach it. Yeah, right on. Okay, I will probably grab all of these things and just haul them into the ship off camera. When we come back, we will move along, see where we are in relation to K-Leg, start picking up another derelict or 2, because we're going to try and meet them in the middle. And we will keep going. Maybe we can start paying off some of our bills, because we are space poor. Anyway, and we've got a scan, so we might have to go sit down at the console. I certainly don't want the 5.0 to knock us into another galaxy by ramming into us. If you've got any tips or tricks for me, I would love to hear them. Otherwise, thanks for watching.